Hello everyone, welcome to Cornflower Crafts. I'm glad you're here. Today I thought maybe we could finish a postcard that I'm altering for Cara Mia. She is hosting a birthday challenge giveaway. It ends March the 12th, but she also states on her channel that it is subject to change. The theme is either spring, shabby chic, or vintage. It is open to all visible subscribers. You have to be 18 and older, so therefore if you're international, that's fine too. To do a VR like I'm doing right now is optional, and she would like either an altered playing card, an artist trading coin, or an altered guest check, or an altered postcard, and I'm doing the postcard. And she does state that extras are not needed, okay? And I'm going to list the video in my description box where you can go click on that and go directly to the rules and everything, that video of hers, okay? And so what I've done so far, I don't even know where I got this. I've had this for several years. And I did this side, and I thought maybe we could do this side together. I went ahead and already did my papers on this side just to save a little bit of time. I'm a very slow crafter. And I have to say, it's very odd for me to switch gears. I've been working on fake bakes, and I was going to work on them for, like a month or so. But Cara Mia is very, very sweet. I think a lot of people here know her, and if you don't know her, I think you'd enjoy her channel. And I thought I'd send a little something over to say happy birthday. And on this side, this is it's a canceled stamp from Korea. And I got that. Hobby Lobby used to have a stamp section and for stamp collectors, and I got that when a little pack of them when it was on clearance. And I also had some sent to me by Trina, but I'm pretty sure that's the one that I got from Hobby Lobby. I added a little bit of lace here. The lace was white, and I went ahead and went over it in my vintage photo. You know how you can go over and make it look more vintage. I like the idea of hand writing on it, so I said happy birthday to you. And then this piece here I got on Amazon, quite a few of the ladies, and I went ahead with let me get those out, with a colored pencil. I got these on clearance as well as Hobby Lobby before the pandemic, so 3 years ago or so. The Prismacolor. I wanted to give a little, put on here as much of the teal color as possible, because Cara Mia loves teal. She just loves that color. So I did that. This stamp, guys, I took it out of its packaging so that it would fit where I needed to store it. It's right here. They kind of look like Tim Holtz, don't they? But I don't know. I'm not sure because I took them out. Then I fussy cut these guys out. Oh, and this oval die, I just love ovals, and I just love the idea of pointing to happy birthday to you. Now, I fussy cut these out. These are to look like the keys on a vintage typewriter, which actually, guys, years and years ago, because we were so we did have one that was, you had to hit it really hard to do your college papers, but it was fun. In fact, I loved typing on that. I did go around here in the vintage photo, distress ink. I did go around here. I'm using quite a bit of the Salvage Patina Distress Oxide when I can, because like I said, I'm trying to put as much teal as possible. So then you go over here, and I went ahead with the teal, or the salvaged patina in that section since I had to glue it down. But let's go ahead and finish what we started here. And my papers, this one is from Amazon a year or two ago, and this one I don't remember. What I do, the reason that I can say that is because sometimes I just like to do weird stuff like that. I like to donate extra paper, and so I take, a lot of times it's just taken out of a pad, and then I donate the extra paper and the pad together, you know. So I don't remember where it's from, but I've always liked it, especially with the lines. I love lined paper. Okay, well, to save us some time, y'all, I went ahead and did a few things already. Now, Cara Mia loves birds. She's like handsome. She just loves herself some birdies. So, let me show you. I do have this pad left, even though it's, it seemed better. Look at all the paper. I don't know if it's showing up that's out of there. But all of y'all are going to say, oh, mercy, Corn, that's older than me. I love this one, which is Wallflower by Tim Holtz. And yes, I love Tim Holtz. He's such a cutie pie. And love his creations. And I think he's so clever. And so I've got the birdies out of there. The nest that you're going to see in a minute is out of there. And what I put on my birdies, I hope it's showing up under this light. What I put on my birdies' feathers was the Stickles in Cool Mint. And here's what I had in mine. Now, hopefully it works out for me. I've got a layer of fabric that I went ahead and frayed the sides, but cut with my pinking shears top and bottom. Pinking shears with the top of this organza ribbon that was wired, but I took the wire out, and then dovetailed the other end. That will go there. Then I fussy cut this lace. This is a cotton lace. And then I hand stitched this little heart, vintage heart charm that came from my hubby. He got me some vintage charms several years ago. And then I have this Prima flower. Isn't it perfect color-wise and everything? I was like, thank you. But I had to kind of smush it a little. Do you all ever have to do that with the Prima ones to get them to go where you need them to go? And so I thought maybe that there. And then this nest, as you see, I tore this out of the paper. I tore this as well. And I used my Prisma colored pencil right there to do the teal egg in the middle. And I was thinking maybe this here, it'll cover up, you know, the center here. And then, because see this, I wanted to line up this twig, or branch actually, with this branch, so that I could go like that. We might have to go down a little to get it on the postcard. And then up here, I've got some, oh, wait a minute, it goes this way, right? Yeah. Just a little piece of cardstock that has notes on it since our birdies sing. And I thought that might be fun up here. And then I have a ticket. I fussy cut this out of the same paper. I got it at therubberbuggy.com, but I don't remember who did this. I don't think it's Lemoncraft. But I thought, you know how birdies get paper and stuff to make their nest? So I thought maybe down here where she could still at least see. Maybe I have to go over a little bit. But I can't go over too far because of my branch. But to see, you know, the word ticket, we might not get the whole thing in, but she'll see right here with the numbers and stuff. And then over here on this line, I have 3 eggs that a Fussy cut out, and I've already put my foam on the back. This is black foam, which I love, and I use it sparingly. And then I also have, if I've got time and if I like the looks of it, I did die cut these leaves out for either side of the rose. So that's what I'm thinking of, okay? So I thought, well, this is what you want to do. You all plan things that way, or do you just do it? Do you just look at it and go, okay, that looks good there? It's a very creative process, but my process is like, no, I need it to go exactly where I want it to go. And I know this is about here, but I just want to see about that ticket, because that has to go down first. I was wondering if I put the ticket like this and like this, if we could still, we're not going to see the word, but she's going to see this. You know what I mean? She's going to see that number and know it's a ticket. So I think we're okay with doing it that way. I think we're all right. I think I'm going to go with my Fabri-Tac. How are you all doing today? I hope life is good. And that you're doing something, working on something fun. In fact, you might even be working on something for Cara Mia. Okay. Let's do it like, oopsie. It would have to go there. And I got a little bit of glue there. We don't want that. Okay. Alrighty. And then, yeah, like I said, I have to be careful of how far I'm going over with that branch. And I have to go down a ways because of his head. Okay. I think we're okay to do it like that. I hope. Let me see if we do it like, and look, even the back of that paper has birds flying, but that green is an olive green. And if you're like me, it's like, no, thank you. Well, olive green I do like. Don't get me wrong. I like it. My mom liked it a lot. But with all this teal, who knew? As soon as I saw the birdies in what looks like a wallpaper, I thought, oh my goodness, that's gorgeous. But let's go like that. This here. I just want to make sure. It's what I love about Fabri-Tac. If I'm off, I've got a little bit of time to play with it, you know. And yes, I still go ahead and roll it. I still do that. Okay, now I'm going to need to put this together. And I'm also going to need to wipe the tip of this because I kind of make it messy. And the thing that happens here, as you know, if you've got thin cotton, which this is 100% cotton, but it's rather thin, your Fabri-Tac is still going to kind of show through. But I think with my flower on it, we're going to be all right. So are we looking a little bit straight here? Okay. And then we're going to do the organza ribbon. Okay. And I kind of liked it going right over that polka dot. And since it will come out, my glue will come right out of there. I'm still going to get some on my fingers, but not as much. Okay. And then we're going to go with this one. Oh, I forgot. I'd also gotten this piece of teal. I always say gauze, but cheesecloth. But I say gauze. And I want that there. Or do I want it down? Yeah, I want it down a little bit so that, let me see here. Let me see how far down I want it. What I think Cara Mia is going to do, I think she is going to probably put these items as pockets in a journal, junk journal. You know, she makes quite a few junk journals. So I kind of kept that in mind as well. So if I go down like that, okay. That'll still be seen. Alrighty. If my glue bottle makes funny noises that don't seem very polite, it's not me. It's my glue bottle. I apologize for its rudeness. Alrighty, let me see if I want this here and this here before I put the rose down. Whoops. Do we like it? Or is it okay? Oh, yeah. Makes your eyes go over here, doesn't it? Okay. So we're going to go there and there. Since we're on fabric, I'll go ahead and do it. A lot of times I use my art glitter glue on these guys, but it's going to go on fabric. So, whoop. I tried to put some of my Distress Oxide on them, but it's basically the same color, so it didn't really show up. I was trying to give them some, you know, shading and stuff with that, but it didn't work. I'm going to hold that down, guys, for a second since we're on fabric. Let's do like that. Okay. Then we're going to put that one there. And if I go a little crazy and get too much, because it will squeeze out, I take my fingers and dab at it a little. But then I have to do my fingers like that to get it off of me, or it'll get on everything else. Have you all done that before, where then you go to do something else like, help? Okay. Well, that doesn't, I have to hold that for a little bit, y'all. I love this nest. I know, I don't know. You don't know until somebody tells you, but I think that Cara Mia is really going to like that. I hope. Okay. And then we're going to do this baby. And again, I just want to see exactly where. And do I want to put it at an angle? You can hardly see the leaves right there. But I wanted it down just a little bit because of the, I guess I should have gone down with the leaves a little bit too. Oh well, I wanted it down a little bit because of the top of my charm. But here's the thing, it's hand sewn, so I don't know if you're like me. I like seeing hand sewn items. Maybe like that. You can barely see the leaves, but they are there. You can see them a little bit. Okay. Another thing I do sometimes when I'm gluing stuff down is sometimes, you know, if you press down too much, I mean, press down a little is fine, but if you press down too much, you kind of mess up your flower, and I don't want to do that, but at the same time, I want that glue to hold on the fabric, or even if it's on the paper, I want it to hold. So, as most of you know, this is my favorite tool for paper crafting in my craft room. I need a new one. I've had it for 6 years, I do believe. 5 or 6 years, something like that. Okay. All right, that is my little cluster that I wanted, to be honest. Now, the parents of these babies are here. I have to keep this down a little bit to keep him on. And that goes over to match up with the twig. Okay. Let's give it a shot. Let me clean this off again. Okay. Again. Noises from my glue bottle. And I went too high. I know I did, because with the Fabri-Tac, if you go that close to the edge, you definitely it'll ooze out. So you want to get as close to the edge, knowing that when you go like this, it will get to the edge, but it will not ooze out of the edge. Let's see here. Okay, let's distribute that nice and easy there. Now, when it comes to, I'm going to use this one. Oopsie. Because I've already kind of smushed it in like this. I thought maybe, I don't want it over the blue, the teal egg, but I thought maybe if we put this here, then put this here, that might look nice, mightn't it? I kind of like that. What do y'all think? And I left this white because of the white stripes here. I thought it looked kind of nice. Okay, let's try that out, see what we get. Maybe like this, and scrunch that up, and scrunch it over here, and move it over there. Make that cheesecloth work for us. Let's see. What do y'all think of that? I kind of like it. You know what would be fun over it is if I had like a little white applique doily or something, just but a tiny one. I don't think I have that. I found this die cut that I did some time ago, and I was like, ooh, can I use that? Let's leave that for a second and put our eggs here. Since I've had this for so long, I'm going to show y'all how long I've had it. Y'all are so sweet when you craft along with me. Your comments are darling. This is how long I've had it, guys. Remember what, it was over 3 years ago that they changed their clearance from yellow to orange, to that neon orange. Look at that. Oh, it says 18 in the corner. Do you think that's the year? I don't know. Now, that would be interesting. Okay, here's my little, I used a medium size and a small one so we could prop these babies up. And I'm going to go ahead and use, this is Barely Art Glue. And whoa! And yeah, I kind of went cuckoo with that. There we go. And I want to do the 3 eggs here. Right here. And then I went over this one with the, it was already a pale teal color, but I went over it with that teal colored pencil as well. Just to make sure, you know, that it stood out, you know. Okay. And then we'll do this one. Let me make sure, guys, that these are hitting in the right direction. Okay, here, here. Maybe I should do it with, pardon my nails, guys. Do your nails do this? They're just growing and they're so happy. And you're happy because they're really, really growing. And then all of a sudden, they all break. Within, you know, like 3 days, it's like bam, 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 bam. And I did do something strenuous this weekend, but not when these guys were first breaking. I was like, okay, what caused that? Do yours do that too? Mine have always done that. Right when I'm happy, you know, right when I'm like, oh, baby, we got this. I've actually got nails. Remember, I used to wear the fake ones all the time on my channel. I was so happy I got nails. But I've always done, I'm one of those ladies that's always done kind of strenuous work. So it's like, ah, hoot. And there they go. They just like, no, we're frail and fragile and we're not putting up with this work. Put those in the trash. I'm happy so far, but I don't know if this needs another little something. Now, I might do this. I pulled these. They have a tiny bit of yellow in them, but when they are on, those are the little diamond dots that were on clearance at, for 50 cents, y'all, at Joann's. And you can see that it's not as blue as the teal, but when they are on this teal paper, check this out, y'all. Let me see if I can make this work. Sometimes this works for me and sometimes it doesn't. Let's see. I had thought, oh, well, now it wants to work the opposite way. Let's see if I can get it to, come on, you. See, when it's on the paper, it's pretty. See, it blends nicely. So I thought I might put those over there, but that will take me a while. Because, like I said, sometimes this is so wonderful and sometimes not so much. It'll work right now. But that doesn't mean it's going to work in a second. So I might put them on there to doll it up a little bit. And that I put on with the gem tack. And let's go ahead and put this on. And since that's going to be on fabric, I'm going to do the bottom like this. I cut this out with decorative scissors, as you can see. And then I go ahead and with the art glitter glue do my little lace up here. It's rather thin lace, and so the I love my fabric tag, but it would shine through here. And if you wanted to shine through, because it dries clear, but it dries shiny. And I want my ends done. Okay. So let's put that right about here, and that's going to help hold down our gauze as well. Let's see here. Let's just kind of bear down on that a little bit. Make sure it stays put. Put this back, because as we all know, if we don't, it's going to give us a few problems. And I'm not going to keep you all any longer, but I probably will do a little more something here to it. But I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. And I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Bye-bye, everybody. Take good care.